Greetings, dear viewers. I'm Quill Quickcard, and welcome back to Pokemon Too Many Types 2. Last time, we defeated our first gym leader in Four Tree City, and we are now ready to begin exploring further. I once again took a couple days in between episodes and have forgotten all relevant information that I've learned about this game's type chart, which is probably fine because there's no way I'm ever going to retain it all. So let's start with the battle against Ninja Boy Hideo, who is using a Zubat. Zubat obviously being a boring poison flying type Pokemon, which obviously is no match for my Water Ninja Frog, Poison Darts! Oh, that actually worked really well. Astonish is a vibe type, I believe. I really can't wait to see where the game takes us from this point. Kittles wants to learn Yoink. I assume that steals an enemy item? It's also an attack. Ooh. Okay. That's really good. Salandit. I would actually like to try out some of Kittle's moves, see what they actually do. So, Salandit is a poison fire rat. It's got Munch, Poison Gas, Smog, and Ember. I want to start out with a Fake Out. Okay, so Sus, not very effective there. What does Meow actually do? Please don't kill me so I can find out. Okay, you killed me with a crit. So, I guess now I won't know. How about Wishbone? Maybe the way to handle this is with an unalive friend. Bite? Maybe? Gonna be honest, I have no idea what's gonna be good here. Okay. Bite is at least neutral. Might as well stick with it. Okay, Fire is super effective either against unalive or against friends. What about Jalapeno? Actually, this is probably a terrible idea. Yeah, that was a terrible idea. And you're probably faster than me. Okay, Rat is super effective against that. You know what? Screw it. Blub, could you just water this thing to death, please? Go, Blub. Nice. Well done. Okay, Clan leveled up. Now, give me those berries. I believe they're Pomegs? Yes, they are Pomegs. I'm genuinely curious to see just how much content has been added to this game. Did I ever get a TM? No, okay. I need to test something real quick. I need to see if TMs are single-use in this game or not. Because I hate single-use TMs. So, let's give it a shot. Sure. Az, why don't you learn around... I would be very happy if these are reusable. Oh, hell yes, we have reusable TMs. Oh, praise be to the merciful gods. That means I can experiment with movesets much more thoroughly. I think reusable TMs is one of the best changes Pokemon ever made. And the fact that they then reversed it was an just absolute terrible design decision, in my opinion. I understand we can get more copies of TMs now, but I don't want to grind for my TMs. The entire point of reusable TMs is that I can easily build up a Pokemon from scratch instantly. And I love that I can do that these days. What does Meow do? Okay, Meow lowers your defense. Okay, Kittles dies again. How about Clam? You want to handle this? Let's go with the Wombo combo. Hell yeah, gamer type. Okay. I guess gaming is good against bug songs. Maybe it's because gamers are strong against bugs or good at exploiting bugs. But by the same token, I would think that bug can probably stop gamers? I don't know. Let's get a fight. Hello. What do you want, little chuny kid Yasu? You have a Gulpin. Obviously the Poison D's Nuts type. Surely gamers are good against poison. You know, very anti-toxic. Nope, that was wrong. Okay, let's think about this from a different perspective. Oh, right, you have pickup! Oh, you're even holding a repel. Oh, you're such a good boy. Let's think about what is good against these nuts. Fire is probably pretty good against these nuts. Are beans good against these nuts? Ah. Holy crap. Wishbone, you want to take point? Cool. Surly Sus is good against these nuts. Okay, Poison's good against Unalive Friend, I guess? Okay, you're paralyzed at least. I don't imagine Dark would be anything other than neutral. No, you resist. Okay, these nuts might resist the Dark, I guess? I don't really understand it. Let's go, Az. Okay, you're paralyzed. How about some Fairy Wind? Nope. Okay, Fairy's not good. Yeah, I'm dead. The big problem is that the AI has the massive advantage because it knows what's actually going to be good or bad against different things. Oh my god, this freaking Gulpin. These random trainer Pokemon are proving to be like, genuinely major obstacles. Okay. Clan wants to learn Munch. I believe that's a rat-type move. Let's do that instead of Helping Hand. Nice. Alright, Wishbone levels up. Wants to learn Headbutt. What type of move is Headbutt? Headbutt's just normal. Let's take that over Growl. Cool. Simply because I don't fully understand the type chart, and never will, even just regular random trainers along the path are almost insurmountable obstacles sometimes. I am assuming, because this is what I would do if I was designing this game, I am assuming that HMs are going to be fairly obvious as we go on in our adventure. Okay, execute. So you're probably Bean Boys? Are you Bean Boys? No, you're food guys. Okay, you're food guys. You can scramble them. Okay, so against food... Well, first I want to find out if it sits. What does that do? Okay, it raises defense. I thought it might. So food's probably... Food can probably be ruined by water or something. I have no idea. Let's just give it a shot. No. Okay. Food resists water. Is it because drinking won't help if you're hungry? How about Poison Dart? How are you against ninjas? Ninjas can eat a lot of food. There's way too many anime where that happens, so I guess that worked. Or maybe they're good against guys? Maybe poison is good against the guys? I have no idea what the logic is behind any of this. Oh wait, I hadn't actually caught one of those yet. I forgot it was a wild Pokemon. Okay. Hey, Lotad. You want to join my party? God damn it, Lotad. Well, what if I yoink it? Yoinky yoink. Okay, Mega Draining. My god, Kittle sucks. This poor cat is so terrible. Okay, you're immune to water. Why are you immune to water? I don't know why you're immune to water. Maybe that wasn't water type. I have no idea what's happening. But I do know I haven't caught a Lotad. Alright, Lotad caught. Good job, Clan. Clan wants to learn Super Fang. You are goddamn right I want Super Fang. Being able to just completely take off half of a target's HP is huge. Jalapeno. Blub. Lotad, I shall call you... Myroar D. In honor of Myrcy from Pokemon Coliseum. Cool. So, Clan, you had Super Fang, which is Shark type. So there's probably going to be some unexpected things that are completely immune to that. Wishbone, we need to finally take that repel off of you so you can pick up other stuff. Honestly, walking around with a Pokemon that has pickup is one of the easiest ways to just get a lot of interesting new stuff. Oh, Shinx! Oh, yes, we're gonna get a Shinx. What are you? You're oh, they finally did it. They made it Electric Dark. Every Pokemon ROM hack is legally obligated to make Shinx or Luxray an Electric Dark type. They just can't help themselves. They will do it every time. Nothing will stop them. But cats might be good against the dark, maybe. Cats are good against the dark. Okay. Might as well just use up my Premier Balls. They're not any better than regular Pokeballs, so I may as well use them up before I start regularly relying on better ball types. Good job, Kittles. You still suck at everything. Good job, Az. Because of this obligation, I am going to name Shinx Obligation. There we go. And honestly, I would be very happy to have this along. Az can just go back. Electric is a very good type to have access to. Okay, we've got Cut over there. There's probably going to be something at the Weather Institute. Oh, yep, I can hear that. Huh? Who are you? Oh my, I asked you a question first. Not going to answer, huh? Alright, well I hope this can make you talk. Feel the pure power of my Pokemon! Ooh, okay! What team are we up against? Team Purity! Ooh! Okay, that's interesting. Oddish is, of course, a grass poison type. Cats love going after plants. Or not. Good freaking God, Piddles, you suck ass. Why are you so bad? Alright, Wishbone, maybe you can handle this. Go for the biting. Okay, it'll take a bit, but it'll work. Honestly, Headbutt might be a better choice. Not really. Cool. You have a Voltorb. Let's let Clam take point. So Voltorb is a pure electric... Oh my god, I think I get it! Neither Oddish or Voltorb had their types changed. Is Team Purity purely using Pokemon that are their original types? Oh my god, that's... Oh, I'll bet that's what's going on. Oh, that's such a clever idea. You clever designers. Right, soundproof. What about Wombo Combo? Okay, that was super effective. Wow, that is crap. Okay. How about Jalapeno? Right, okay, rocks are good against beans, of course. But the least we can do is make sure that he can't do as much damage. Although he is on rollout 4. I doubt there's anything in my party that can survive rollout 4. I think we're just gonna have to sack something. Yep, that's rollout 4. Absolutely not survivable. Kittles, you are the weakest and most useless member of my team. So, yeah, you can sack this. Alright, that was rollout 5. Rollout should be reset back to its initial condition now, which means Blub probably has the opportunity to kill it. Let's hit with the poison dart. Ninjas are not good against electricity. Okay. Well, that sucks. Let's try Tongue Shot. Okay, Frog is not good against electricity. Let's try Poison Dart again. There we go. Okay, we got it with a crit. Cool. My pure Pokemon! Not good. I gotta tell the guys upstairs. While I was sleeping, everyone went upstairs. Okay. So, I'm going to keep checking, but I'm going to be operating under the assumption that all Team Purity members use default-type Pokemon. What? You're just some kid looking to cause trouble? Evil pickings from our Pokemon from the only real generation. 1. Oh. Oh. Okay, maybe I was wrong. Maybe it's not about the type. Maybe they're just Gen 1ers. Ugh, what losers. No, this one's... Okay, I'm gonna keep checking. They might be Gen 1 and Pure type focused. It is a possibility. Kittles, please do something useful. That's a great job, Kittles. We're all very proud of you. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to turn the audio down just a little bit. There we go. It's getting close to getting into the spoken vocal range. Nice. Okay, Horsey. Also just a water type. My god. Kittles is really just kind of garbage. I mean, I cannot remember the last time I have been more disappointed by a Pokemon than Kittles. Damn you, Horsey. Oh my god. Wombo combo! Okay. Fine. I don't like how much I'm having to fall back on Blub, simply because I end up consistently having Pokemon that have nothing useful against what I'm fighting. But I'm sure as the game opens up more, as I get higher levels, more TMs, we will get a wider range of things. Alright, Obligation leveled up. Obligation wants to learn Bite. That is Stab, which is perfect. Okay. Wishbone. But the best generation! No, it wasn't. Don't get cocky just because you defeated me. Justice will wipe the floor with you. Look, I'm going to say it because it is a fact. Gen 1 had the absolute worst distribution of Pokemon ever seen in the entire series. It is not even close. There were over 30 poison types and over 30 water types. That is absurd. Its distribution sucked. Why don't you understand? We research weather and terrain here, not types. You are a scientist, yet you are so short-sighted. Types are impacted by the weather and terrain, so everything you have is vital for our goals. Your goals? Oh no. Are you from Team Aqua or Team Magma? Don't compare us to those third-rate clowns. We're much better. We're Team Purity, an organization with the sole goal of purifying all Pokemon back to the original 15 types. You mean 17 types? No, there were 18 original types. There were 16. The original release had 16 types, the 15 that we know of, as well as Bird type, which is what Missing No had. Missing No could be specifically listed as Bird type, meaning that in the code for Green, Blue, and Red, there was explicitly 16 types of Pokemon that a Pokemon could be, with one of them being only available as appearing in a glitch. 19 if you want to include the Shadow type. And with our priority rhetoric, it may sound like we're from the Ore region. You are very wrong. This is what I'm talking about. Trainers and professors keep pretending there are more and more types. It's maddening. But that doesn't matter in the end. We'll find the truth and show everyone what Big Pokemon League is trying to cover up. Yeah, justice! Tell them we mean business. And speaking of business, we have a lost child looking to cause trouble with the adults in the room. Show them how strong you are. I, Admin Justice of Team Purity, will defeat you effortlessly. Yeah, you really might. So they're Gen 1ers and type purists. How about Fake Out? Now, I do think this will be interesting, because we have seen before that Dratini was a little dragon friend. Yes, okay, so I was right with my initial guess. All of Team Purity's Pokemon will be original type. Cool. Okay, so cats are good against dragons. What else you got? Clan leveled up. Wants to learn Fury Attack. Nah, screw that. Jalapeno grew to 13. Wants to learn Razor Leaf. Better than Leafage. Cool. Eevee. Yeah, we'll take on Eevee. Let's go for the Oink. Nice. Do. Kittles, once again, you're just disappointing. Okay. And Razor Leaf. Cool. Get him! Yes. Okay. Obligation. Do you want to finish this? Yeah, just go for Bite. Lick Wounds. Okay, you have Recovery. Gotcha. Oh my god. Cat consistently kicks the crap out of everything except when I am the one using it. Alright, fine. We'll just fall back onto Blub again. Let's do it. God damn you, Eevee. Water Pulse. Cool. Good job, Kittles. Once again, you completely failed to impress me. Yes! Cat Scratch, please! Learn something that might actually help. Good job, Blub. And a Meowth. I'm on my last pure Pokemon already! Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it, man. I'm basically just gonna kick your ass. Having a Team Purity, though, is such a clever idea for this. Nice. None of these moves were in the guidebook. Yeah, no crap. Justice lost? It may seem that way, but you are mistaking this as total defeat for Team Purity. Admin Destiny is here to finish what we started. Justice, you are a waste of an admin position. If your father wasn't leading the team, you'd be nothing. Speaking of, we have new objective at Mount Chimney. This place is a dead end. Ah, I see. I can't have any spectators for your mega strategy, huh? If that's the case, grunts! We're marched to Mount Chimney under Constance's orders. At my rally, justice, justice, justice! If you know what's best, you will stay out of Team Purity's agenda at all costs. We are trying to make the world a better place, and I don't expect anyone from your generation to understand. Thank you for saving me. Those people are nuts. What's all this about pure Pokemon in the only generation? It's bonkers. Anyway, you should be rewarded for your heroism. Nice. Okay, we got Cut. That there is HM1. Cut. It'll cut down any small trees in your way. Don't want to get scraped up by trying to go around them. Oh, and don't worry about teaching it to any of your Pokemon. Technology is incredible these days. Simply the activation of HM01's cuts grabs the attention of nearby Farfetch to hack down the trees. They love their training. Okay. So we have teaching-less field moves. That is so good. Kittles, you are a goddamn disgrace. Let's get going. Actually, small child, do you have anything important to say? Really strong. Wish I could be a Pokemon trainer like you. Professor loves the rain. Okay. Saved. Any other interesting or meaningful dialogue? Okay. I assume that Cut is probably a Shark-type move. Does it still work as just to give somebody a move? Yeah, it's Shark 50%. Yeah, I will take it on Kittles over a single stage defense boosting move, like, if it fits. Perfect. Alright, down we go. A Galarian Farfetch'd. Cool. Alright, let's see if we can't get the Execute this time. Once again, it was a food guise. Let's give Cut a try. Food can be cut. Ah, yes, of course. Hypnosis. Good job, Kittles. We are all very proud of you. Ugh. God damn it, Kittles. Okay, and a freaking Reflect. That's... Ugh. Some of these movesets are just tremendously annoying. And of course we immediately get Leech Seeded. Can we just like paralyze you, please? Please just paralyze the damn thing. Execute doesn't even have a good catch rate anyway, so I would much prefer if it has a status effect. You're an annoying little bastard, you know that? One of the problems I consistently run into playing this is that there's so many types that I sometimes my brain doesn't quite differentiate the attack from its type. And I'll end up thinking, well, obviously a Lick-type attack would work good against food. But Lick is not a Lick-type attack, it's a Sus attack. Great job being utterly and completely useless there, Blub. Alright, obligation. Let's give you a try. God damn it. Okay, instant death. So, I guess Dark is good against the guys. Whatever the hell that means. Oof. I do really want to capture that thing. But it's such a pain in the ass, I am not going to be bothered. Not unless it just happens to show up on its own. Alright. We got an ether, so our PP is all taken care of. Very important to watch our PP. Cool. Hondoos. Hondu berries are always good. So, a trick I never figured out until, like, the 5th generation of Pokemon was out is that hopping thing. So, I didn't really understand what the Acro Bike was all about when I was younger. Which is unfortunate, because I hated how fast the Mach Bike worked. Okay, Flash Mob. Turns the battlefield groovy, boosts dance and song moves. Okay. So that's what that terrain effect was that we saw in that gym. You know what? Screw the fight. Ooh. Hi. You know what? Why not? We really do need the experience. Ninja Boy Takashi. You have a Fungus. Which is, of course, a Sus-type Pokemon. Cat, are you good against Sus? That's great work, Kittles. My god. I frequently use early game Pokemon throughout my entire playthroughs of games, and I genuinely can't think of another time one of those starting things let me down this badly. Like, not the Rattatas, not the Patrats, not the Zigzagoons or the Sentrets, not the Starlies or the Pidgeys, not even the Piddoves. None of them have been as disappointing to me as Kittles is. Alright. Honestly, no, this is fine. Water is still gonna be good against fire. Cool. Good job, Blood. Clan wants to learn Double Hit, which is normal type. Screw that. And we defeated Ninja Boy Takashi. Let's let Obligation take the lead for a minute. Hello, wanna fight? The Mimic Circle is formed by people who like to mimic. Okay. Phalanx! Alright, you've definitely got to be guys type. You are silly little guys. Well, isn't that adorable? Luckily, we know that Bite works well against guys. What the freaking hell? That is an absurd amount of damage. There is a reason that typically in most Pokemon games we don't start seeing like the really strong single stage stuff, you know, immediately after the first gym. Because all of our unevolved Pokemon kind of suck by comparison. Yeesh. That is really annoying. Okay, fine. We'll just use Blub again. I'd really like to be able to rely on something other than my starter, but the game is simply not providing me a reasonable opportunity to start relying on something other than my starter. Because it keeps giving me trainers to go up against who are using Pokemon that utterly exceed the capacities of some of my team. Okay, so that goes all the way down there. And now enough of my team is hurt that I pretty much need to head back to the Weather Institute again. Oh great. More trainers. Let's just stop pretending that anyone else on my team is contributing. Blub, if you wouldn't mind. Thank you, Blub. Another Shinx. Don't need another Shinx. This ROM hack is honestly just kind of brutal in this early part. This is one of the problems that I've actually seen with ROM hacks consistently. And it's one of the reasons that while I have tried mini ROM hacks, I rarely bother playing them for long. I really don't think that ROM hacks do a good job of capturing the difficulty curve of Pokemon games. And, I mean, I get it. Pretty much you can always expect that any Pokemon ROM hack is going to be played by people who are already familiar with the basics of Pokemon, who are already very intimately familiar with the mechanics, and who are able to bring a higher baseline level of skill to the experience. But almost every ROM hack likes to have some kind of a gimmick it's introducing as well. And I find a consistent problem across the entire field of them is way too tough, way too fast. Not so much that they're, like, you know, not beatable. Like, obviously they can be managed just fine, but it often feels... I think a good design for the difficulty curve of an RPG is a bell curve. It starts low. As you start to get into the middle, it starts to really escalate. And then toward the end game, as you really get a better handle on the mechanics, as you access more and more tools in your library, it starts to fall off again, I think. Up until you get to, like, super endgame. I feel like a lot of Pokemon ROM hacks have a very different difficulty curve, where they actually start at a very elevated level, And then they consistently drop in the middle as you become more familiar with their particular gimmicks or just simply grind past them. And then they really escalate again at the end, as people go absolutely batshit crazy at the end of their hacks. So I really feel like a lot of Pokemon ROM hacks have a completely inverted difficulty curve to what I typically like to see in RPGs. And that's really why I don't bother playing most of them through to the end. Or, frankly, even terribly far altogether. Although I do love watching them be played. Because there's a lot of people who love these experiences quite a bit more than I do. And I'm always happy to see other people enjoy games, even if they're not ones that I would personally get a great deal of enjoyment out of trying. This time, though, I have already made the commitment to myself. I am going to play this game all the way through. I am committed to that goal. So, I'm just gonna have to suck it up and deal with it. Hello. What kind of Pokemon do you bring to the table? Pokemon Ranger Catherine. Okay, you got a Zubat. Water will make quick work of that. Cool. Nice. Good job, Wishbone. Wishbone wants to learn Dig, which is still a ground-type move. Very powerful. Torchic. Torchic, of course, is the Firebird. Okay. Bird is strong against Frog. That makes sense. Nice. I feel like in terms of practical difficulty, the whole point of too many types isn't that you're actually bothering to keep track and learn all of the different types and all of their different interactions. I feel like the practical difficulty is that you usually don't know if you're going to have an advantage in any given situation, which is perfectly fine. As time goes on, I will learn a few specific matchups which will help me. Okay. Once again, I encounter the food guys. Once again, I want to capture the food guys. Okay, good. Good. Do not open with Leech Seed. Okay. That kinda sucks. Alright, let's try Water Pulse again. God damn it, Blub! I'm trying to capture this thing! Would you stop pissing me off by making that harder? You are just some dude. Come all the way from Lilycove? Let me heal your Pokemon for you. Yeah, an early game route should not have to have 2 healer midway points on it. I appreciate the way the map has been adapted, but I mean, come on. having these two routes be your first ones in the game is really insane. Held item that raises the power of monkey moves. Makes sense. Honestly, it really just makes me want to skip a significant portion of the trainers and other things on the route. And then it feels like I'm cheapening my experience, but I do not have an interest in subjecting myself to that. Okay, Mankey. Maybe what we need is to fight the Hater Monkey. Okay. Hater Monkey. Interesting. Let's get him. You know, maybe what my team needed this whole time was just a Hater Monkey. There we go. So what name can we give to someone who is a hater monkey? You know, I can think of a great name for a hater monkey. Because who's a better hater monkey than Vegeta? Cool. Obligation is evolving. Nice. That's actually going to help a lot. In fact, that's good enough that obligation, why don't you take point real quick? Okay, we encountered Stuffle. And Stuffle is a fluffy gamer. Okay. Alright, dark doesn't work. I guess because gamers can live in the dark, maybe? What about Thundershock? Okay, that did basically nothing. Well, thanks for taking point obligation, but once again, we are stuck with using Blub if we want to get anything done. Water Pulse. You are a very annoying little bear. Annoying enough that I didn't want to bother capturing you. Grounded. Is that going to be family type? Ground the opponent, banning their air access. Honestly, I've basically had no luck with the Reddit type, so why don't we just go with grounded? Cool. More berries. What do we got? We've got citrus. Okay, citrus berries, very good. So, Maulville's got the electric gym leader, I believe, Watson. I think in the first too many types, if I'm remembering Alpha Red's video, he was also a gamer type. What do you have, Fisherman Barney? Ah, of course. The boring bird. Thundershock. Good. Litwick. What is Litwick? Litwick is a fire ghost thing. Yeah, that sounds about right. Let's go with Bite. Cool. Glorious success. Jalapeno, level 15. Fisherman Barney has been defeated. Ugh, alright, another trainer. It's guitarist Dalton with a Zigzagoon. Galarian Zigzagoon, which is obviously a dark rat. Not sure on the logic of that one. Okay. Cool. What else do you have? You have a Purloin. Nice. Blub, you're back up. Water. Cool. Purloin defeated. Good work, Blub. Wishbone, level 17. We should be pretty close to Mauville now. Oh my god. Yes! Okay, I did it. I reached Mauville City. I would say that that is another glorious success. So, next time, I assume that we will be taking on Watson. Who knows what other stuff is going to happen. I can't wait to find out, but I'm afraid it's going to have to wait until the next one.